Fuzzle Bukkit.
Let's play!
So it's gonna have us try this. This is Crazy Dave! I love Crazy Dave. Greetings, neighbor. My name is Crazy Dave. Love Crazy Dave. But you can just call me Crazy Dave. Listen, I've got a surprise for you, but first, I'll need you to clear your lawn. Use your shovel and dig up those plants. Let the digging commence. Rock and roll. Okay, click on the shovel, pick it up. And so we just go over, click on a plant to remove it. It's that easy. Keep digging until your lawn is clear of plants. 1, 2, 3, we're done. Oh, goody! Now for the surprise. We're going bowling! Yes! Here, take this walnut. Why'd I give you a walnut in your hand? Because I'm crazy! I love Crazy Dave. So this is... Now go bowl me a winner. Rock and roll. This is one of the mini games that comes in Plants vs. Zombies. So the mini games kind of break up the monotony of the games. You're not every single level just doing the same thing over and over again. Now, Walnut Bowling, there's a little bit of strategy to it. You cannot put your walnut in front of the red line. You have to place your walnut to the left of the bowling line. So we'll go ahead and stick it back here. And as you can see, after it knocks a zombie, it will go ahead and sort of helter-skelter, go off course, bounce around a little bit. Sometimes you can get more than one zombie with one walnut. That's really good. And with the Walnut Bowling, it looks like one walnut will not take care of a cone head. Similar to how our plain pea shooters will not take out a cone head, just one on its own. So I've had to go ahead and hit him twice. Ah, did you see that? That walnut took out 2 of them. So, as you can see, it's making sure that I have more than enough walnuts. This is an Explodo nut, so we're not going to use it yet. It is going to actually explode on contact and take out quite a few at once. Let's go ahead and show them right here. Watch. Bam! All of them gone. All of them at once. So that is how the Explodo nut works. Woo! I got 3 in that one. With the walnut game and actually all of the mini games, they are unlocked after you beat the game the first time. I actually have beaten Plants vs. Zombies 7 or 8 or 13 or 15, probably actually more than 20 times. I've gone through and beat the entire game. I love this game that much. As you go through and you beat the game and you unlock other levels, you essentially repeat the game over and over again. It gets a little bit more challenging the second time, not a whole lot more challenging the third or fourth or 25th time that you play it. Unfortunately, I don't think it was intended to be played 25 times in a row. But when you're like me and you find a game that you love and you play it over and over, that's just how it goes. The Walnut Bowling also increases in difficulty as you play it more and more as you unlock the mini games. So there we go. Powie, I've got 2 more. Let me actually show you what it looks like for the lawnmower to take out a zombie. I don't think that we've showed this yet. So the zombie will get closer and closer and closer, and once she actually touches the lawnmower, bam, that's when the lawnmower will go off. Took him out, and after that, I don't want to let any more zombies go through, because if I did, then they would go and eat my brains over here. I got, for playing the walnut game today, a Spud Potato Mine. A potato mine explodes on contact, but takes time to arm itself. So let's go ahead and use the potato mine. Woo, we got a new zombie. Did you see that? That is the catapult zombie. And the catapult zombie actually will be able to jump over my walnut. So while the walnut is very good for defending against zombies that will eat it, the catapult zombie will go right over my walnut and then go ahead and begin eating whatever is directly behind that walnut. So you have to watch out for that type of zombie. We'll see how she works here in a minute. As you can see, I started with the same strategy that I told you about before. I like to go ahead and put my sunflower up front and then plant all of my defensive plants behind it. So in case a zombie does actually get to the point where it's able to eat my plants, it is eating my lower denomination plants before the higher denomination ones. So very slow, again, as you can see, starting slowly. We've only, in the first levels, we only have one final flag. Some levels you'll have 2 or sometimes 3 different flags. Hopefully we'll get to that point so I can show you what I'm talking about here with having multiple rounds or multiple waves of zombies. Right now, just going ahead and getting my basic plants in. It typically on the lower levels will let you get your plants in. Now it's starting to give me 2 zombies as once. As you can see here, 2 at once, which before we were just going 1 zombie, 1 zombie. Sometimes you'll get all 5 going at once. Typically you're not gonna have more than 1 in a row coming at a time unless it's a wave of zombies. Again, like I said, the final wave is all that we've seen so far, but we will go ahead and experience that hopefully as we get on here. So here we go. Here is the catapult zombie. Another thing about this is that when you have 1 zombie coming, you cannot shoot the zombie behind the other zombie. Bam! She went right over my walnut, as you can see. Catapulted right over it and ate my sunflower. Oh no. So the zombies get harder and harder to eradicate, if you will. They're tougher and tougher. So as you can see, 2 pea shooters will take out 1 cone head. It wasn't quite enough in that particular case because she started out behind the other zombie. So I guess you can call her a she, he, whatever you want. I don't know. I've always thought of the catapult zombies as being a she. But in this particular case, it looks like she will be killed. Yep, there we go. Killed by 2. However, she did still spring over my sunflower. So she is, in my opinion, a little bit stronger than a conehead zombie. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get our last one in there so that we have at least 2 rows of pea shooters per row. Another strategy that you can do if you have a catapult zombie coming in a row that does not have a walnut, I'm going to go ahead and this time put the walnut right here so that I have a space. So that if she doesn't get there on time... No, too fast. Too quick today. Okay. So she jumped over that. But essentially what you can do is you can put your walls out and then leave a blank space. So if you know the catapult zombies are going to be able to make it over your walnut, they have a blank space to go ahead and walk through before they actually get to one of your plants to be able to munch on them. Ooh, the next one from Bloom and Doom Seed Company is the Freezy Shooter. It's also known as the Snow Pea. I prefer to call it the Freezy Shooter because that's just what I like to call it. It shoots frozen peas and they damage and slow the enemy. Here we go, and it looks like we still have the same array of zombies, nothing new this time. Plain zombies, the conehead zombies, and catapult zombies. Let's go to the menu and let me show you where I'm getting the names for these. Actually, no, they haven't given us the almanac yet. They're going to introduce us probably to the almanac. There is an almanac. You can go ahead and take a look at the almanac and see the different names of the zombies and the different names of the plants. Another thing I do like about Plants vs. Zombies 1 is it lets you pause, go out of the game, and you can either restart or you can continue. So if you started and you had a bad game, if you kind of screwed things up, and you didn't want to see yourself completely lose, you can go and pause the game and then just completely restart the level all over again. But it does have a nice pause feature, which I do appreciate. So As you can tell, it's getting a little bit harder and harder, so the zombies are starting to come before I have all of my, or the majority of my sunflowers and plants in, so we've got to be a little bit quicker with getting those plants out as opposed to just the sunflowers. Now down here, level 1-7, it looks like it starts with having multiple waves of zombies, as we talked about before. So I'm gonna have a wave right here when this zombie head reaches here. It's gonna give me a wave of zombies before I get to the final wave, which is different than what we've seen so far. So, like I said, it's gonna get progressively and progressively harder as it goes on. Still going with my same strategy. I like to go ahead and put those sunflowers in front of my other pea shooters so that I don't have zombie actually eating or wasting my hard-earned sun. They gave me 2 at once here, and I have to wait for my pea shooter to recharge before I can go ahead and plant him. Now, once I get my final pea shooter up here, I am then going to, as I talked to you about before, go progressively more and more sun, progressively higher end plants. So I've got my 50 sun plants here, my 100 sun plants here. I'm gonna put my snow peas behind my 100 pea plant. As you can see now, he's gonna move a lot slower as he is engulfed in ice. Hopefully, I can get another one in before the catapult zombie jumps over and starts to eat my first pea shooter. One more sun, come on, sun! I'm gonna put him back here a little bit because he's gonna eat my pea shooter. Oh no! Alright, so I'm gonna have to replace him, and I'm also gonna have to get another one right here. My strategy today is not very good. I probably should have put 2 rows of plain pea shooters before I went for the snow pea, but oh well, it is what it is. At least it doesn't look like the zombies are going to eat my brains yet, which is good. So go ahead and replace that. Ooh, I should have put him down here because I got a conehead zombie. That's what I get for not paying attention. Alright, we need 75 more. Come on, sunflowers. Come on, sunflowers. Sometimes I will go ahead and plant 2 rows of sunflowers. Typically, I will actually plant 2 rows of sunflowers. The earlier levels, you can get away with just planting 1 row of sunflowers. It typically makes things easier when you have 2 rows, and it looks like I'm going to get my first wave of zombies in the middle of the game. Now, I could have all along been putting up my walnuts here, but I did not do that. I tend to get into a rut where I like to make sure that I have everything sort of matchy-matchy. I would really prefer right now if I could have all of my pea shooters right here. Sorry, all of my snow peas right here. It's like I said, the OCD-ness of me. I'll actually go ahead and give myself some more pea shooters behind these snow peas, just so we can go ahead and make sure we have enough. Now, don't think I showed you guys yet how the potato mine works. Let's go ahead and plant one, show you how it goes. As you can see, it's not enabled yet. What's going to happen is he's going to blink red, and he's going to pop up, and we will be able to use him. Hopefully something will be able to get to it. Let me actually go ahead and take out one of these snow peas, so hopefully we can see exactly how the potato mine works. And the snow peas obviously slow down the zombies, so that's how, even though she came behind him, she was able to get in front of him. Because he got slowed down, she was able to get in front, and she then subsequently got shot first. Now, potato mine, we're gonna see how it works, and kaboom! Spadow! That's why I call them spud mines. Potato mines. You can call your plants whatever you want. I'm sure that you will go ahead and give them nicknames, and if you don't give them nicknames, well then fine. you just really don't appreciate the game, I guess, as much if you don't. Because I really love this game, and I give all of my plants nicknames. So we're almost to the final wave, not quite there yet. As you can see, the levels get a little bit longer each time that you do it. And same thing, zombies coming. I'm getting more of them coming in each row, more at a time, which is nice. It's progressing nicely. I think it doesn't get too difficult too quickly, but at the same time, it's not super easy. You do have to pay attention to what's going on to be able to play the game well. Here we go. Final wave of zombies is approaching. And come on, zombies! Alright, I got a good variety going. I've got one catapulter. It looked like I had 3 cone heads, maybe? No, only 2. And as you can see, I've set things up so well, they're not even making it all the way to my sunflower, all the way to the walnuts. I have a plethora of sun over here, so I'm not super worried. Ooh, this is my Chompy. I love Chompy. Yay!